Cup Finals match in the under-17 boys division as Vaughan and Surrey take on Woodbridge SC. And we're getting you set for opening kickoff just moments away as today's presentation is brought to you by Ontario Soccer. Oh, this should be a banger of a match here today. These two clubs certainly well versed with each other. And I'll tell you one thing, when I walked into the pitch this morning, the first thing I thought is there's no way these kids are 17 years old. These guys are built like grown men, and this should be one fast-paced, physical, and high-intensity match. I'm super excited. You can tell the energy on the field that both teams are super excited. And we're just moments away from the opening kickoff. Vaughan and Surrey will be wearing the all-red kits, white socks, defending the goal to our broadcast right, with Woodbridge wearing their white kits, some striping across the chest in red and blue, and of course, white shorts, white socks. Their keeper dressed in orange. Opening kickoff is brought to you by Circle K. Circle K is proud to support soccer in Ontario and be your celebration headquarters. Circle K, a premier partner of Ontario Soccer. Join us after your match. Opening kickoff, and we're underway with Vaughan kicking off and taking early possession. Defended well by Woodbridge as they work up the far flank. Brought into the middle and they work it to the back, the center back, as it's with Pedro Aparicio. The captain, Arman Wilson, plays it back to Aparicio, who in turn goes to Blair. Pressured, so he plays it up the pitch. A couple of players sporting the captain's armband, and we get a foul right at the half and a free kick coming up here for the Azzurri. Josephini, the other Woodbridge player, sporting the captain's armband today. As a quick free kick taken, Alvarez moves it ahead to Stachetti. They work it through the far flank and towards the attacking third, where Wilson makes the defensive stop. A foul committed on the late tackle by DeGiorgio, and a free kick here for Woodbridge. Tariq takes the free kick short to his fellow center back Blair, who turns it to the right back Aparicio. Christian, check that, that's Wilson who played it ahead, and quickly out of touch for a Woodbridge throw. Pedro Aparicio, the younger brother of York 9 captain Manny Aparicio, with the throw-in, and it's quickly headed out for another Woodbridge throw. Woodbridge playing a 4-4-2 today. Vaughan countering with a 4-3-3. Some physical play on the ball. Woodbridge able to keep possession as Wishart Stephen made the play. And then getting chopped down hard was Anderson Mikolta, and that'll be a free kick here for Woodbridge from roughly 30 yards out. So a potential strike on target coming from the set piece, but based on the way the personnel are lining up, more likely a cross into the penalty area, and then either a head or a volley to come. Let's see what Wilson can do as the Woodbridge captain sets up for the free kick. Just a one-player wall setting up defensively. 6 white jerseys in the penalty area to receive the set piece. Wilson plays it in, headed away. As DeGiorgio made the defensive play, Wilson tracks back to pick it up. He gets clipped, but it's out for a Vaughan throw-in. Wilson makes the defensive play on Obasi as Vaughan keep possession. They work it through their back line with Alvarez. Checking his options, plays it through the middle. It's turned over. Wilson takes control, plays it over to Lira as he starts to work the far flank. Wishart Steven receives the pass, dribbles through traffic, takes it down low to the goal line, crosses out, but it's defended well and knocked out for the first corner of the match. As Woodbridge will send their captain, Wilson, to take the corner kick. The Vaughan keeper, Ianello, shouting out instructions for coverage. He comes off his line and collects the corner well. Good goalkeeping there from Ianello. His kick, though, not so quality, and it's intercepted as Blair plays it back to Tariq. Over to the far flank, McColta takes control. Check that, that's Opong. Actually, that's Wilson as he plays it back now to McColta. Tariq passes it on to Blair. Looking for an option up the flank. He plays it ahead, but it'll end up in the hands of the Vaughan keeper, Ianello. He bowls it out for his captain, Infante, who quickly goes back to the keeper, Ianello. Alvarez. Ianello. Pressure coming from Feeney as it's played out to Infante. Long ball up the far flank intended for DiGiorgio. He's running onto it here. A chance for Vaughan to create something. DiGiorgio with control. His cross attempt initially blocked by Tariq. DiGiorgio still with possession as he passes off to Pacheco. There's a good ball into the penalty area, but a nice defensive recovery by Aparicio as he knocks it wide. Cross back in as a foul called against Pacheco as he tried to volley that one out of midair and ended up making more contact with man. So a free kick here for Woodbridge. Quickly taken by the keeper, Cuba Grant. As the defensive backs move it around the back four, Aparicio receives the pass from Blair. Plays it ahead for Wilson. He's got movement from Krishnan, but he ends up losing the ball. Pacheco, Stochetti, as they play it back for Infante. Alvarez, quick touch ahead for Vaccaro. Tries to dribble through a crowd, but Wilson takes it away. A good ball ahead for Feeney, and he's off to the races. His lane gets closed down. He tries to control, but tremendous defensive work there by Infante as he takes the ball away. Vaccaro. Control from Obasi Osinakachi as he plays it off for Vaccaro. Quick touches, and it's controlled by Ano. Vaccaro. Ano. Alvarez. Good through ball, controlled here by DiGiorgio. He tries to turn inside, but it's knocked off his foot. Vaughan nearly regained possession, and it's out off a Woodbridge player, and it'll be an Azzurri throw. Good defensive pressure there from Rishi Krishnan for Woodbridge. Stochetti plays it ahead. Ossi tries to feed it through, but that's blocked. Ossi recovers to regain possession. Vaccaro back, quick 1-2, tries to feed it in front, but that's defended well and knocked away by Woodbridge. Feeney with possession, good overlap from Krishnan as he works the near flank. Defended closely by Alvarez, a foul committed by the Woodbridge midfielder, and it'll be a free kick, which is quickly taken by Vaughan. Ossi plays it through the middle. Pacheco tried to twist his body for control, but lost the ball seconds later as Woodbridge try work the far flank with Opong. Racing up that far sideline. It's knocked out for a Woodbridge throw as a good one-on-one battle there between Edwards and Opong. Lira plays ahead. Wishart Steven with two defenders on him. He takes it towards the corner, trying to maintain possession. It's wrestled away from him, but Opong is there to back him up, and then he gets hauled down, so a free kick coming here for Woodbridge as they'll have an opportunity to play across to the face of goal and threaten with a quality chance. Ninth minute of play. 0-0 so far in this Under-17 Boys Ontario Cup final. As the captain, Armand Wilson, co-captain, gets set to take the free kick. Movement off the ball. Delivers the free kick tight to the near post. It's saved by the keeper, Ianello, and then brought up the pitch in transition by the Azzurri. Played into the middle, controlled by Osi. Switched to the near side as Vaccaro takes control. Vaccaro gets past the first defender. He gets chopped down, and a free kick to come now for the Azzurri. 30-plus yards distance for the free kick, so likely a cross into the penalty area as Vaughan start to line up 6 red jerseys inside the penalty area to get a touch on the cross. Joseph Jojo Stachetti on top of the ball here to take the free kick. Stachetti delivers a ball in. It's headed away by Apong. Krishan tries to take control, but it's now with Feeney. He plays a good ball, but it's slightly deflected. Running onto it is Wishart Steven, as Edwards got the initial touch. Ball intended for Lira. He takes control. Left-footed volley, and it just trickles across the post, and then it's knocked out for a corner kick. So some good work from Woodbridge to stay with the play, as it didn't quite exactly break down the way they would have hoped, but in the end they generate a good chance and a corner kick out of it. Wilson setting up for the outswinger. Delivers the ball, and no one to get a touch on it. Apong delivers a left-footed ball back into the box, and it's headed away. DiGiorgio clears it out to half. Headed down by Aparicio. Nice job by Edwards to read the play as he takes possession. His ball for Osi gets picked off, and it's controlled by Lira. Mikolta. He gets tripped up, and the referees call the foul as DiGiorgio mistimed that tackle. Daniel Tariq takes the free kick back to his keeper, Grant. He plays it over to Blair. Aparicio. Wilson. That's out, and it'll be a Vaughan throw as we're in the 12th minute of play. Still scoreless. Sebastian Nuzo to take the throw. Vaccaro battling for position. It's headed back to the keeper, Grant, and controlled as he plays it down to his feet. Grant with a good ball across half, but no one there to receive. It's quickly knocked back between the two teams as Apong takes possession. Feeney, he's got the option on the near side in Krishnan, uses him, and he's battling hard against Nuzo, and the ball is out for a Woodbridge throw. Pedro Aparicio quickly gets it back from the throw-in, crosses it in, and Apong heads it over top the goal. A good opportunity there for Woodbridge, but the header from Apong overtopped the net, and it's a goal kick. Bit of a collision there between Apong and his teammate Lira, but I think wind did more than anything. They're able to shake it off and continue with play. Alvarez. His ball controlled by Blair. He plays it ahead, intended for Lira, but that's picked off by Stachetti. That ball intended for Osi. It was never in his range, and Mikolta clears it out for the throw. Stachetti receives. Lira knocks it away from him. Apong and Edwards continue that one-on-one battle, and Apong gets the better of him this time. Wishart Steven gives him the option, but he mistimes the run, and he's called offside. A tough break there for Woodbridge. They look to be generating something, but with the mistimed run, it gets called offside, and now Vaughan trying to get a counter of their own as Pacheco running after it. Blair clears it out for the throw. Mateo Pacheco as the Vaughan keeper Sammy Ianello is tracked all the way out to almost the half circle at the half line. So he's clearly not too happy with his team as he wants to get right in their ear. Krishnan. Wilson pulls it back and plays it to Shaim Blair. Aparicio back to Blair. Over to Tariq. Looking for an option up the field. That's blocked by DiGiorgio, but Blair is able to knock it high up in the air. Woodbridge trying to get possession back. Vaughan pressuring, and Blair does well to knock it all the way up the pitch and clear the pressure. Running after it. Wilson's Wishart Steven with a chance. The rebound right there for Feeney, but he wasn't able to control for a clean shot. A big save from Sammy Ianello. Here goes Lira into the penalty area. Right down to the goal line. Crosses back out front, but the keeper Ianello able to intercept that cross. Good pressure by Woodbridge. Strong keeping by Ianello to keep this game scoreless. Ball played ahead for Osi. He gets closed down by a couple of defenders and then dragged down for a foul and a free kick to come here for Vaughan. Anderson Mikolta gets whistled for the foul. As Jojo Stachetti gets set to take the free kick. Vaughan piling players into the penalty area to receive the free kick. A good 7 red jerseys in there. The free kick delivered, but it's headed away by Wishart Steven. Vaccaro. Nuzo. Pacheco crossed in and well taken by the keeper, Cuba Grant. Grant looking for an option. He bowls it out for Tariq. As Blair receives the pass. Aparicio. Krishnan. Space closed down, so he uses the wing back in Aparicio. Vaccaro pressures him, but nice job by Aparicio to dribble out before losing the ball. Ano. Stachetti. Played ahead for Pacheco. Advantage played here as DiGiorgio still with possession, but it gets whistled back for the initial foul against Stachetti. Vaughan getting set to receive the free kick. Stachetti plays the ball into the penalty area. Headed on, and it's wide of goal, out for a goal kick. As Vaughan tried to challenge the keeper with that set piece, heading it on was Infante, but never made it to the face of goal, and it was comfortably wide of Grant's net. Grant plays it out from the goal kick. Edwards. Aerial battle and a foul committed by Woodbridge. A free kick to come for Vaughan. Lira gets whistled for the foul on that aerial challenge with Vaccaro. Ano, Alvarez, Vaccaro, Infante. Edwards had his path cut off. Good job by Mikolta to anticipate, and he knocks it out for the throw-in. Infante right back to Stichetti, who tossed it in. Pacheco tries the dummy fake, but ends up turning it over. Vaughan quickly regained possession with Osi. Nuzo. That ball deflected and possession taken away. Quickly regained by Ano as he passes it over to Edwards. Crossed into the penalty area, but calmly collected by Cuba Grant. Some inadvertent contact there between Pacheco and the keeper Grant. Nothing comes out of it, and possession now won by DiGiorgio. Edwards running onto the ball. He takes the space in front of him, has an option into Giorgio, plays it to Pacheco into the area intended for Vaccaro, but it's collected by the keeper Grant. Nice job by Aparicio to shoulder Vaccaro off the ball as Aparicio collects the pass from Krishnan. Shaim Blair passes over to Daniel Tariq. Tariq plays a ball up the far flank, but it tracks out of touch, and a throw in here for Vaughan. A really good crowd on hand for this morning's game. Definitely a few hundred folks. We'll wait for the official announced attendance, but definitely a strong showing of fan support here for both of these teams. Wishart Steven does well to evade the first tackle, dribbles around the second man, and then his left-footed strike tracks wide of goal, but some fancy footwork there from Riley Wishart Steven. We've got two more Ontario Cup final broadcasts on tap for today, as after this match we'll have the under-17 girls final, and then at 3:30 p.m. Eastern we'll have the men's final. As we're coming to you live from the Ontario Soccer Centre Stadium, and we're in the 22nd minute of the Under-17 Boys Ontario Cup final between Vaughan and Surrey and Woodbridge SC. And here goes Krishnan. Passes in to Feeney. It's taken away from him, but collected by Lira. Lira plays it over to Apong, runs onto it, touched back to the top of the box, but it's cleared away by Ano. Good creative approach there from Woodbridge. They were just unable to connect on that finishing touch. Blair to Aparicio. Woodbridge certainly dictating the flow of this game right now, attacking at will at times. But Vaughan defending strong. A good ball played ahead. Well out of his box comes Ianello to make the play. And that was a big play by the keeper. If not, that would have been a quality break for Apong. Krishnan. Feeney, he loses possession and it's cleared by Stichetti. Blair. His ball will track to the near corner and will end up going out for a goal kick. Well, Toronto FC is an official premier partner of Ontario Soccer, as well as the presenting partner for the Ontario Player Development League, the province's youth high performance league. Their commitment to the game in Ontario is unrivaled. Visit torontofc.com for tickets and more. We're coming to you live from the Under-17 Boys Ontario Cup Final. What's at stake here? Well, not just the Ontario Cup Championship, but a chance to qualify for the Toyota National Championships, which will be held in Charlottetown, PEI, later this year. The winner will move on to the Nationals as OC makes the play here for Vaughan. Tracking back defensively, his cross in and cleared away by Vaccaro, or check that, by Tariq. as it's out for a throw. McColta made the good initial defensive play tracking back against OC as Edwards looks for an option from the throw-in. OC turns past McColta. Lots of physical play, but all it results in is a goal kick. Grant plays it short from the goal kick, controlled by Blair. Aparicio. Lira. Stepping up. Ooh, and clipped hard there. This is going to be the first caution of the match as Luca Lira goes into the referee's notebook for the missed time challenge on Sebastian Nuzo. So the caution in the 25th minute as referee Dan McClinton tells Nuzo, at least put the ball where I've spotted the foul, please. And Nuzo finally acquiesces. Looking for a ball, but no option deep. He plays it short to Stachetti, who goes over to Ano. Infante. His ball chipped ahead, but that's picked off by Tariq. Wilson over to McColta. McColta didn't like what was in front of him. He's now closed down by Pacheco. Does well to maintain possession before playing it to Blair. Blair goes back to his keeper, Grant, and feeling some heat, he just clears it away. McColta finds possession after it was headed by Ano. Wishart Steven turns inside, looks for the switch to the near flank as it's controlled by Krishnan. Aparicio starts the overlap. Krishnan gets around the defender, opens up some space, crosses into the penalty area, and it's tipped away at the last second. Apong, his shot gets blocked. Good save by Ianello. Woodbridge piling on all sorts of pressure. Vaughan just weathering the storm. Nuzo plays it up the pitch. Wilson heads it. Lira, who's pressured by DiGiorgio, does well to keep it away from the Vaughan defensive pressure. McColta, he gets clipped a little bit, but fights through it, and then his ball gets picked off. Edwards. DiGiorgio tries to turn inside on Tariq, but that's taken away as Blair has possession for Woodbridge. Aparicio. Feeney. Stripped away by Stachetti. Takes the space in front of him and now plays a good ball over to Edwards. Working the far flank, he starts to cut inside. Edwards plays it to Pacheco, who touches to DiGiorgio. He wanted to open up a shooting lane, but that's closed down. Good defending by Aparicio. He plays the ball ahead for Feeney. A foot race ensues, and it's played out by Alvarez for a Woodbridge throw-in. Pedro Aparicio tosses in for Feeney. It's knocked out, and it'll be another Woodbridge throw-in. Krishnan plays it back to Aparicio into the middle for Wilson. They switch it over to McColta. McColta back to Wilson. Tariq, he's being closed down by DiGiorgio. Feels that pressure, plays it out wide as nice job by Apong to back up the play and maintain possession. It's taken off of Apong by OC as he starts to track into the middle of the pitch. OC plays it back to Infante, who in turn goes to Alvarez. Nuzo. Vaccaro. He lost his footing. Wilson takes the ball away, plays it ahead for Feeney, but he's unable to time the run, and he's called offside. Ano, Infante, Stochetti. Edwards right back to Stochetti. Switches to the near side for Alvarez. Ianello shouting out instructions to his midfielders as Nuzo brings the ball across half. Closed down by Wilson. His long ball picked off, played back to the keeper Grant. Apong, Lira. Lira plays it back to Grant. He's being closed down by DeGiorgio, so he just plays it out across the half. Wishart Stephen gets the header on it, and it's knocked out for a Woodbridge throw. Apong, Wishart Stephen, battling for possession. It's out for an Azzurri throw. Stochetti, he's got an option in Ano, passes him and uses Nuzo instead. DeGiorgio tries to turn inside, lost the ball, but he's backed up by Stochetti, who picks out Edwards, making the run. Edwards trying to work his way towards the penalty area. Defended closely by Apong, plays it in for Stochetti. Quick one-timer cross, headed on by Pacheco, and confidently saved by the keeper, Cuba Grant. Nice idea from Vaughan. The header from Pacheco lacking the power to truly test Grant, but he did well to direct it on goal. Ano, headed away by Blair. As offside called against Vaughan, DeGiorgio came back from an offside position to enter into the play. So the keeper, Grant, will march his troops up the pitch as he gets set to take the free kick. Woodbridge pressing all the way up into the attacking third. The kick from Grant, controlled by Edwards. He gives possession away to Mikolta, who picks out Wilson. Wilson checking up the field for an option, uses his right wing back in Aparicio. Back to Wilson, controlled by Tariq. Takes the space in front of him before making the pass to Apong. Quickly returns it to Tariq, controlled now by Wilson. Aparicio, Krishnan. Krishnan steps in off the sideline, plays it to Wilson, who then switches it up to Mikolta. Vaughan trying to press up the defensive line to create an offside trap, but it's controlled by Wishart Stephen as he dribbles over top the ball, and then he loses possession on a tackle from Osi. DeGiorgio, ball intended for Pacheco, but out of his range and cleared up the pitch. Ianello out of his box and clears it away from the oncoming Krishnan as it's out for a Woodbridge throw. Aparicio. Krishnan checks towards him for the option, receives the throw, gets closed down by three Vaughan players, but maintains possession. Wilson plays it in for Wishart Stephen, tries to control, lets the half volley go, but it was really a pseudo shot pass as he spotted Feeney making the run, and a little bit of indecision results in an easy save for Ianello. Infante, Alvarez. That was a ball to hand that Woodbridge are able to play on from, and then the foul committed against Lira on the slide tackle from Ano. Ano claiming that, well, you should have called the handball first. But the free kick here for Woodbridge. Wilson plays it straight into the hands of the keeper, Ianello, as he slows things down. Bowled out for Alvarez. Back to the keeper, Ianello. Alvarez. Stochetti, he's closed down by Wilson and loses possession. Krishnan. Dribbling out of a phone booth there. Brilliant footwork as he burns up the near flank. Tries to work his way inside, but it's knocked out for a throw-in. 34th minute of play, still scoreless here in this under-17 boys Ontario Cup final. As Woodbridge and Vaughan, two rival clubs going head-to-head. Krishnan, he gets knocked off the ball. It tracks out for a goal kick. Well, Vaughan and Surrey are the current defending under-17 boys Ontario Cup champions. Of course, it wouldn't have been this squad. It's the group that would now be playing in the under-18 division, but the Vaughan club with the 2018 title. Woodbridge last won the under-17 boys Ontario Cup in 2016. As Apong brings the ball into the penalty area, he gets closed down, and it's cleared away by Eno. Stachetti, he tracks after the loose ball, closed down by Apong. Apong all over his back, no foul called yet, as the Vaughan fans imploring the referee to blow his whistle, but Vaughan with possession. So Infante will switch it to the near flank for Alvarez, who quickly goes back to Infante. Alvarez, his ball blocked by Feeney, and now he's got a chance to create something on the counter here. Gets past Alvarez, closed down by Vaccaro. Foul committed by Alvarez, and we'll get a free kick here for Woodbridge as it tracks from almost a corner kick position. So a cross coming in here as Woodbridge will send numbers to the front of goal to receive this free kick. 7 white jerseys in and around the penalty area to get a touch on the cross. Wilson plays the ball as it's headed away by Vaccaro and then Eno. Aparicio picks out that ball. He plays it back for Tariq. Aparicio. Krishnan. Closed down by Vaccaro. Aparicio. Wilson. Good tackle by Eno. A hard tackle and then a foul called. If it's for the challenge on Wilson, it's a bit of a late whistle, which is why Eno takes a bit of exception to this call, as the referee has a quick word with the Vaughan player. Wilson able to shake it off, as the co-captain for Woodbridge has been an anchor in the midfield today. Blair plays the ball to the penalty area. It's headed away by Alvarez, collected by Lira. Lira draws it back, plays it to Mikolta, who in turn goes to Tariq. Blair, he's being pressured by DiGiorgio, so he goes back to the keeper, Grant. Good ball ahead for Wishart Steven. He takes a bit of a push on the back. No call as Lira plays it back for Tariq. Apong receives it with Edwards on his back. Tries to turn him outside. Nice job by Apong. Edwards still there defensively. Wishart Steven. Oh, he's offside. The referee now spots it. Tough break for Woodbridge as Apong doesn't like this call, but the AR1 in a good spot to spot the offside infraction. Quickly taken by Vaughan as Stachetti with possession. Back to his keeper, Ianello. Alvarez. Ianello. Alvarez. 38th minute of play in the under-17 boys Ontario Cup final as the ball played out, and it'll be a Vaughan Azzurri throw-in. First substitutions of the match coming up here. We're going to get 3 Vaughan players coming into the game. as Solomon and company come into this match. Infante, his ball played ahead. That's picked off by Blair. Gortana, one of these substitutes in for Vaughan, had an opportunity. Here goes Apong. He plays the cross in, and that's controlled by Ianello before it's out for the corner. So good keeping by Ianello to prevent that possible corner kick as he slows things down. Wilson with Anno on his back. Stachetti closes him down. The two wrestle for possession, and Wilson takes it away. Good ball played ahead, intended for Apong, but Ianello comes well off his line to make the clearance. McColta, his ball intended for Wishart Stephen. It's read by Edwards. He gets hauled down. He looks to the referee for a whistle, but nothing doing. Vaughan with possession. Infante has space in front of him, so he takes the lane and plays it over to Osi. Gortana. Vaughan trying to work it into the middle of the pitch. It's Stachetti over to Edwards. Back to Stachetti. Now it's controlled by Anno. Alvarez. His ball gets picked off by Aparicio and controlled by Wilson. Through ball intended for Wishart Stephen, but it's played back to the keeper Ianello, and then he gets the clearance across half. McColta with a header. Stachetti tried to sell some contact. No call. It's controlled by Lira. Tries to dribble through a crowd. Got past Alvarez, but then had it knocked away at the last second. Krishnan. Left-footed cross into the area, but the keeper nearly makes a big mistake, but Ianello quickly able to retain possession before the ball got within the range of Wishart Stephen. Osi plays it over to Gortana. Back to Osi. Stachetti uses the option in the middle of the pitch in Solomon. Ball played in. Solomon tracks back. There's a chance right on, and a good reflex save from Cuba Grant as Gortana took the shot low, and Grant did well to use his right foot to make the stop. Nice slide tackle by Edwards. He knocked it off of Apong and then cleared it out for the throw-in, as we're going to get a substitution here for Woodbridge. They'll bring two players into this match. So Banga comes in to replace Wilson along with Jaden Kelly, and he'll replace Wishart Stephen. Throw-in taken, and McColta tries to hold possession, but it's knocked out for a Vaughan throw. Alvarez plays it to Piatelli. Back to Alvarez. Ianello. Infante. Stachetti looking for an option up the pitch. Uses Alvarez as he plays it to Solomon. Osi. Gortana. Closed down by Mikolta, and here goes a counterattack for Woodbridge. Quickly taken away as Mikolta tried to dribble through a crowd. Now plays it ahead. Banga. His pass caught between two players, and it's out for a throw-in. Today's Ontario Cup action is fueled by Gatorade. Rehydrate, replenish, and refuel during halftime. As we're in the 44th minute of action, scoreless here in this Under-17 Boys Ontario Cup Finals match between Vaughan wearing the red kits and the Woodbridge SC wearing the white kits. As Woodbridge fighting for possession, but Stachetti takes it for Vaughan. Plays it back for Infante. Quickly to Stachetti. Gortana. Alvarez. Ano. Stachetti. Vaughan patient in their press here, inching up bit by bit as Gortana takes the pass from Stachetti. Gortana to Edwards, back to Stachetti. Not liking what's in front of them, they start to build from the back. Alvarez plays it ahead. DiGiorgio tried to out-muscle Aparicio, but nice job by Pedro Aparicio as he ends up earning a free kick here for Woodbridge. Very impressive game so far from the right back, Pedro Aparicio. That whole back line for Woodbridge has been absolutely fantastic. Not tested too many times, but they haven't put themselves in a position to be caught either. Fourth official indicates a minimum of 1 minute of added time to be played in the first half as Ianello collects the ball from the free kick by Tariq. Ianello punts it out and it's controlled by Edwards. Plays it ahead for Gortana. Edwards. He's got an option in OC, but he's closed down and loses possession as it's recollected by Stachetti. Gortana, with pressure on his back, he loses the ball. Here goes Apong. Jeremy Apong carrying it up into the penalty area, looking for a crossing option, draws it back, but it's knocked away. Lira tries to retain possession, but Gortana makes the pass ahead for Stachetti. Vaughan trying to cause a counter on their own. Solomon running onto the ball, defended well by Blair as he knocks that one away for a throw-in. And that's what I'm talking about with that back line for Woodbridge. They have really done well to get back when needed, and they haven't been caught out of position very often. Well, the referee blows his whistle for the end of the first half. After 45 minutes of play, we're scoreless between Vaughan and Woodbridge in the Under-17 Boys Ontario Cup Final, presented by Ontario Soccer.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry.
No,
please. No.
I'm
sorry.
On September 25th, Toronto FC will be taking on league rivals the Montreal Impact in their fourth consecutive Canadian Championship final at BMO Field. Make sure to be there when TFC looks to make history. Tickets are now available at ticketmaster.ca. The Ontario Soccer Summit is back for another larger-than-life event. This year, we are proud to be in the city of Hamilton at Redeemer University College. With a keynote speaker roster that features the likes of CONCACAF President Victor Montagliani, you and your team will regret it if you miss this one. Grab your teammates, grab your colleagues, and take a road trip to Hamilton from February 21st to 23rd for the 2020 Ontario Soccer Summit. Group tickets start at as low as $159 and they go on sale October 23rd. So don't wait to discover, develop, and excel. Video 1, the walkthrough. In this video, the coach will demonstrate how to use a walkthrough as a way to show players what they are looking to achieve from their session.
Morning folks, how are you? Good. My name is Mark. I'll be coaching you today and we're going to work on defending. Okay? So let's just do a quick equipment check before we get started. Can you just show me or give me a little tap on your shin pads to make sure you got shin pads? Good. Got the right footwear on? Excellent. No jewelry, bracelets or earrings? Excellent. Good, good. Our emergency action plan for today is if the alarms go off as an emergency, we're going to exit one of these 3 doors where we've got the big exit signs, and we're going to meet on the front car park, and we'll do a register to make sure everybody's out nice and safe. Is everybody okay with that? If we do have any injuries, I'd like you to go down on one knee or on your bum. Just sit there, and we've got some medical staff over there that will come over and help you. Do not leave the field without me knowing. Okay, we good with that? Excellent. So what we've got laid out here is a mini field that is exactly the same as the big field right behind me. So if you take a look at the white cones, we've got 2 goals here. And then we've got our halfway line, our blue halfway line, which is exactly the same on the big field. Does everybody see that? Good, excellent. And then we've got yellow cones there and right opposite, and that's our offside lines. The rules we're going to use today are FIFA rules, with the exception of using the 2 lines here for offside versus the regular offside rule. Are we all okay with that? Good. All right, now as quick as we can, I'd like a goalkeeper in the grey, a goalkeeper in the pink, 2 green centre defenders, 2 dynamic midfield players who are a little bit staggered here, a super striker for the green, good, 2 orange central defenders, super, 2 midfield players, and another goal scorer. Take a look at your system of play right now. We've got 1, 2, staggered midfield player, striker, and exactly the same for the orange. Have a little look where you are, have a look at your teammates, okay? So I'm just going to walk us through a couple of little situations that I want us to think about and take to the full field because we're working on defending. You all okay with that? Yep. So we'll start off with you, goalkeeper, okay? And I'd like you in a game, we like to play at the back, right? So I'd like you to play the ball into there. Okay, good. So go back. Now, we're all going to move as the ball moves now. Okay, so this is what I'd like you to do. As that ball goes to her, I'd like you to think about traveling and getting there at the same time as the ball. So let me just show you. Ball in, travel, and get there. Okay, back we go. Now we're all going to move on this one. Okay, and play. Good, excellent. All right, back we go. And the same on the other side. Good, all right. So we're traveling with the ball and we're shifting. It's the first thing I want us to take to the game. Are we all okay with that? Good, ball back to the goalkeeper. Excellent. Now, if you're a little bit higher this time, I'd like you now, you're the closest person to the ball, I'd like you to do that. And I'd like you to think about what you can do. So can we play the ball into there? Good, I like it a lot. So 2 things, ball back, is traveling with the ball. And the second thing is, I want you to focus on the game, is the closest person to the ball gets pressure on the ball. Are we all good with that? All right, let's go to the big field.
The Ontario Soccer Centre is more than just a few fields. It's a community to over 900,000 athletes and their families who come through these doors every single year. It's the center of health and wellness to the surrounding region, and it's a place where heroes and memories are made every day. Whether it's the provincial or national championships played on our outdoor stadium field, or just a weekly kickabout with your friends on one of the indoor turfs, the Ontario Soccer Centre is where you kick off your night or even your day. So take it easy, knowing that the Ontario Soccer Centre is your place to play. The Learn to Train course is for people who want to take the first step towards becoming a trained coach in Ontario. This is one of the courses that will teach you training activities and small-sided games for U9 and U12 girls and U10 and U12 boys. Coaches who successfully complete Learn to Train, along with other required courses of Make Ethical Decisions, Respect in Sport, and Making Headway, will be qualified to train at the recreational and development level. This is the start for any coach to understanding all areas of long-term player development.
Freeze. I'd like to, is that okay? Let's recreate it one more time. I'm in front of it and I'm fourth. Give me a 5, that was good.
Decided games for U13 and above, and
accomplishment of trophies and wins.
Powerful vehicle for teaching.
All right, soccer fans, let's get you set for the second half of this Under-17 Boys Ontario Cup Finals match between the Woodbridge SC and the Vaughan Azzurri. Scoreless through the opening 45 minutes, second half kickoff is brought to you by Soccer X. Thank you to Ontario soccer partner Soccer Express for their first-class support. As Canada's premier dealer, Soccer Express has everything needed to take your game to the next level. Visit soccerx.com to check out the latest gear from Adidas, Nike, Puma, Admiral, and more. Woodbridge will kick us off to start the second half of action as the referee blows his whistle and we are underway. Couple of substitutions coming here at the half as Stoddart now into play for Woodbridge as he takes a position in the midfield. Wilson also back into the game. Stoddart plays it out wide. Mauricio to Blair, who in turn goes to Tariq. Valencia into the match for the time being at left back, replacing Makolta. As Stoddart with possession. Vaccaro, unable to keep the ball in, it tracks out for a Woodbridge throw. Aparicio, tossed in for Feeney. He tries to work his way towards the penalty area, shielded by Alvarez as the shot attempt from Feeney got blocked by Alvarez. Stoddart lays it off to Calancia. Touched in. As turning with it is Banga, lays it back to Calancia, dribbling through a crowd and ends up being taken away by Alvarez. Wilson scoops up the loose ball, right-footed strike as that one goes over top the goal. But a opportunistic shot attempt there from Armand Wilson. Well, speaking of Wilson, let's give a shout out to his older brother, Shafiq Wilson, who is playing with Florida Atlantic University and watching today's action. Ianello plays it out to Alvarez, who quickly goes back to Ianello. Stachetti, Alvarez. OC running onto it, but it's headed away by Blair. Controlled by Feeney. Takes the space in front of him. Good through ball for Lira. Tries the right-footed strike, but closed down at the last second. And it's out for a goal kick. Lira not happy about that, as he felt the defender closed him down and knocked it out. But the goal kick taken quickly as Edwards receives the pass from Infante. Infante plays it ahead. Lira gets it back from Eno. Touches over to Feeney. Thought about the shot. Draws to his left foot. But closed down as Infante takes that opportunity away. Aparicio plays it back for Blair. Trying to pick out a runner along the far flank. But it's intercepted by Gortana. Here's a run starting for Vaughan as they try to get something going on the counter. Ball played in by Vaccaro. It's knocked away but retained by Gortana. Vaccaro. Stachetti. Keeping possession along the far flank. They play it back for Alvarez. Infante. Ano. Solomon. Ano. Goes back to Infante. Aparicio steps up to intercept that long ball as Blair takes the pass. Tariq opens up some space and plays it ahead for Stoddard. Stoddard takes the lane in front of him, closed down, but he makes the pass as Lira takes possession and plays it into the middle for Wilson. Shaim Blair plays it ahead for Armand Wilson. He's closed down by Stachetti, but makes the pass as Woodbridge maintain possession with Aparicio. Feeney, Aparicio. Ball played ahead for Banga, tries to get it over to Lira. That's knocked away, but Aparicio quickly retains possession for Woodbridge. Wilson plays it back to Tariq, ahead for Stoddard. Trying to turn to create some space. Stoddard plays it to Wilson, who in turn goes to Blair. Quick touch to Tariq, and he'll go back to his keeper, Grant. Cuba Grant looking up the field for an option. Delivers a right-footed ball ahead, but that's knocked away by Infante. Ano knocks it out of play. It'll be a Woodbridge throw-in. Substitution coming here for Woodbridge as Kingsley Belele gets set to come into this match. He replaces Joseph Feeney. As Lira plays it back for Blair. Aparicio. Kelly. It's out for a Woodbridge throw-in. Well, should we finish the match in a tie, we will go straight to penalty kicks, but we're only in the 52nd minute of play, so still a long time before that possibility. As Blair plays it ahead for Lira, running onto it. Lira takes the strike, big rebound after the initial save from Ianello, and Vaughan able to clear it out for a throw-in. Good pressure there, as both Belele and Lira were right on top of the ball for that opportunity. Tossed in as it's controlled by Belele. Crossed in front, that's knocked away. Azzurri able to clear it, but only as far as Blair as he steps up to maintain possession. Banga plays it back for Wilson. He's got an option in Stoddard, but reverses it to the far side for Aparicio. Kelly, he gets closed down, loses possession as Vaccaro gets past his man. Vaccaro burning up that far flank, taking the space in front of him. He's got OC running into the box. The cross delivered out of his range and knocked away by Calancia. Lira, back to Calancia. Ano steps up to intercept. Stoddard backs up to hold possession, but then commits a foul and a free kick to come here for Vaughan. Stachetti stands over top the ball for the Azzurri. Solomon there as well, as Stachetti puts an arm on his shoulder, and the two have a discussion. Stachetti will step away and allow Solomon to take the free kick, with Vaughan putting players in the penalty area to receive the cross. Solomon requesting his 10 yards. Delivers a good ball into the penalty area. Coming on late to get a touch was OC as he knocks it right out of play over top the fencing. So a goal kick to come here for Woodbridge after the free kick opportunity from Vaughan ends up over top the net. Quickly taken by Grant as he plays it out short for Tariq. In Into the middle for Blair. Played ahead, but it's knocked out by Vaughan deep inside the Woodbridge defensive third. OC pressuring on the back of Blair. Blair shields it out, and it'll be a goal kick. Grant plays it out for Tariq. Takes the space and plays it ahead for Stoddard. Lira tried to get the return pass, but that's picked off, and here goes Solomon for Vaughan. Gortana. Stachetti touches to Edwards, who goes to the center back, Infante. Alvarez. Nuzo. Touched ahead for Vaccaro. He lost his footing, and here goes Woodbridge on the counter, well defended by Infante as he read the ball coming across intended for Belele and was able to clear it out to the half. Aparicio steps up, makes the play to Wilson. Wilson makes a good pass ahead for Banga, tees up the shot attempt, and that goes wide of the near post for a goal kick. Substitutions for both teams here as DiGiorgio gets set to come in to the match once again for Vaughan. And Christian Booth will come into the game for the first time for Woodbridge as he replaces Banga. We've got a Vaughan Azzurri player who's down with a bit of a cramp right now, as that's Ryan Anno. Referee goes over to see if he needs treatment or a switch, and it is a substitution that'll have to come here for Vaughan, as Anno has pulled up with a potential hamstring injury here. He's laboring to get off the pitch. And as a result, Vaughan will bring in, well, they'll bring Nuzo back into the match. To replace Anno in that defensive midfielder position. Infante, Ianello. Stachetti back to Ianello. Infante. The Vaughan backline controlling the ball as Alvarez with possession. Plays it ahead. DiGiorgio makes a run as he spun around the back of Blair but was unable to beat Aparicio. Cleared out by Grant. Running onto it is Booth. Left-footed ball played ahead for Lira. He gets a foot to it, tries to track it back, but Ianello off his line to make the save. Foul committed on that play by Woodbridge. Free kick quickly taken by Ianello as Edwards plays it back for Infante. Vaccaro trying to hold possession, taken away by Kelly. He plays it back for Aparicio. Into the middle for Stoddard. Picking out Calancia as he steps up from the left back position. Gets the pass back from Lira. Calancia plays it ahead for Booth. The tall striker working his way towards the penalty area, but he's closed down as some good defending that time by Nuzo. As Edwards with possession plays it for Stachetti as he goes over to Alvarez. Option out wide and he uses it. As closed down, they play it back for Alvarez. DiGiorgio battling against Tariq. DiGiorgio turns, makes the through ball ahead for Edwards in the near corner. Crosses back to the face of goal. Grant gets a touch on it. OC was there as well, and somehow that stays out. I think the keeper, Grant, was able to get just enough to keep that ball out. Vaughan starting to feel some confidence as they're pressing. Ball under their control as it's played for Calencia. He loses possession. Control now by Stoddard. He's got some room to run with it. Plays it ahead for Kelly. Check that. That's Belele. He gets hauled down just outside the penalty area. A yellow card will come on the play for that mistimed tackle by Alvarez. And a free kick just outside the penalty area to come for Woodbridge. So Vaughan will set up a 4-player, make it a 5-player defensive wall. As Woodbridge will put 1 player, nope, they'll actually pull him out of the wall. 2 players over top the ball right now, including the co-captain Wilson. As the Vaughan coach tells them we don't need 5 in the wall, so they pull 1 out. It's a 4-player defensive wall. Stoddard over top the ball as well. Free kick from 20 yards out, almost exactly at the tip of the far corner of the penalty area. Stoddard plays a left-footed ball in low, right on goal, and Ianello calmly makes the save. Aparicio, controlled by Vaughan as they give possession back to Aparicio. Kelly into the middle for Wilson. Calencia. Ball that DiGiorgio probably should have had a chance to intercept, but it's controlled by Tariq, played ahead, and now it's on the foot of Lira. He tees up the right-footed strike, and diving down to make the save is Ianello. Infante. Ianello. Alvarez. Cleared away. Battle for possession. Stachetti steps up for the header. Gortana closes down. And controlled by Kelly. Belele, as defensively trying to make the play. Vaughan, it's calmly in the hands of the keeper Ianello, as it was Piatelli making the play on Kelly. Stachetti. Foul called on the challenge against Vaccaro as he gets smacked in the back, and Kelly will step away without warning from the referee. Vaccaro slow to get up here. 63rd minute of play, still scoreless here in the under-17 boys Ontario Cup final between Vaughan Azzurri and Woodbridge SC. Nuzzo over to Alvarez. Stachetti plays it ahead. Good ball through to Vaccaro. He's got time and space. Takes the long strike and an easy save there for Cuba Grant as he dives down, stretches out to his right, and gets his big hands on the ball. He rolls it out for Tariq. Plays it ahead for Stoddard. Booth gets closed down by Edwards and possession taken away. DiGiorgio, touch through intended for Vaccaro, defended well by Blair. OC closes down Calencia to take the ball away. Touch to Gortana. There's a shot attempt, and once again Grant diving down to his right to make the save on DiGiorgio. Vaughan starting to build some momentum. They've created more attacking opportunities in the last 10 minutes than they have all match, but they've still yet to find a way to break down the Woodbridge backline and their keeper, Cuba Grant. Stoddard. Back to his keeper, Grant. DeGiorgio closing down quickly, and it's played out to Tariq. Daniel Tariq looking for an option on the switch. Plays ahead for Belele, who gets the touch, but it's straight to the keeper, Ianello. Stachetti back to Ianello. Controlled by Osi. Good option along the far flank in Vaccaro. The ball delivered to him through Nuzo as it's controlled once again by Gortana. Crossed in front, no one there to get a touch in red, and it's controlled by Lira. Edwards tries to get positioning on Luca Lira as Stachetti comes in to intercept the ball. Nuzo loses possession, and it's out for a throw-in. We'll get a substitution here for Woodbridge as they'll bring a trio of players back into the match, and an opportunity for us to remind you that experts in the field of youth concussion, Holland Bloorview Kids Rehabilitation Hospital, have formed a collaboration with Ontario Soccer. This partnership will improve concussion awareness and education to ensure the improved safety of youth soccer players across the province. To learn more about the services at the Holland Bloorview Concussion Center, please visit hollandbloorview.ca/concussion. As Tariq plays a high ball across the half, Feeney back into the match. He was one of the 3 substitutes moments ago for Woodbridge, as Kelly tries to chip the ball ahead. Piatelli makes the defensive play as Vaccaro with possession gets around the first defender. Vaccaro still with the ball at his feet, looking for an option, but he loses it as he got closed down. Ball played out wide for Edwards, touched in for Vaccaro, back to Edwards. Defensively covered well by the Woodbridge midfielder in Mikolta. Actually, he's back in the left back position now. Mikolta and Apong were the 2 other substitutes to come back in with Feeney, as Stachetti with possession. Alvarez. Piatelli. Back to Alvarez. Stachetti. Headed by Aparicio, as DeGiorgio tried to pressure, but it was cleared away by Blair. Loose ball collected by Kelly. Looking for an option, plays ahead for Feeney. Feeney opens up some space, dribbling the ball ahead towards the penalty area. Tees it up to his left foot. He gets tripped up just outside the area, and I mean just outside. That will be pretty much right at the top of the penalty area where this free kick should come. The referee may draw it back just a touch, but another half second and that would have been a penalty kick. Great job by Joseph Feeney to take the lane in front of him, dribble the ball all the way up before getting tripped up, and Woodbridge will have a free kick opportunity here from 20 yards out, lined up almost directly with the near post. Vaughan setting up a 5-player defensive wall. Woodbridge once again putting Stoddart and Wilson over top the ball. They've got an option in Apong to the near side of the wall, and then 5 white jerseys on the far side to potentially get a rebound or a cross. Wilson tees up the shot down low, and he scores! Oh, what a brilliant strike! Armand Wilson in the 68th minute has given Woodbridge a 1-0 lead in the Under-17 Boys Ontario Cup Finals. Precision at its finest. What a free kick from Wilson. He kept it low. He curled it to the far post, past the outstretched hands of the keeper Ianello, into the back of the net. And that was a beautifully executed free kick by Woodbridge's co-captain Armand Wilson to give them a 1-0 lead. Vaughan make a substitution as they bring Pacheco back into the match. But what a huge moment there for Woodbridge, their fans, and their co-captain Armand Wilson as he gets the goal in the 68th minute to give them a 1-0 lead. Vaughan trying to respond. They get the ball deep into the attacking third where it's cleared out of touch for a throw-in by Shaim Blair. And now Vaughan feeling the urgency. They're screaming for a replacement ball. If that doesn't reek of desperation, I don't know what does. They've got to stay composed here because they've still got 20 plus minutes in this match to find an equalizer. And if they were tuned in last night to the women's final, they know you have to play to the very end. Scarborough GS United, who looked to be all but done, found an equalizer in the 89th minute, and they went on to win their 7th consecutive Ontario Cup in penalties. So Vaughan still have time to battle back, but they do have to stay composed. Stachetti plays the ball into the penalty area, and that's well collected by the keeper, Grant. He slows things down before kicking it out. Stachetti heads it back across half. Gortana has it taken away by Stoddard. Stoddard dribbling it up, looks for an option, pulling it back, but he gets fouled by Stachetti, much to the dismay of the Vaughan fans in attendance. An audible groan from the crowd as they disagree with the call, but the free kick will come here for Woodbridge. Stoddard to take the free kick, as here's the goal announcement from Wilson. Stoddard delivers a cross into the penalty area. Ianello comes off his line to punch it out, but a foul committed by Feeney, so a free kick here for Vaughan. Itzuri move it out through Alvarez. His ball picked off, controlled by Feeney. Tees up the left-footed volley. Big save by Ianello as he parries it out for the corner kick. The Vaughan backline starting to break down a little bit here. Ianello trying to get them composed once again. Great job by Feeney since coming back into this match, as he's teed up a couple of big opportunities. His play led to the free kick that was put in the back of the net by Wilson, and then that last chance seconds ago on the left-footed volley. Referee will have a quick discussion here with the defender and the attacker, as that's Belele and Alvarez in the thick of it. And check that, it's actually Vaccaro on the back of Belele. So spotting the contact there, the corner kick from Stoddard, delivered to the near post, headed and cleared out by Stachetti, as Aparicio steps up to hold possession. Vaughan player slow to get up here, and as a result, Woodbridge will just play it out of touch to give the injured player, Jojo Stachetti, a chance to get some treatment. 73rd minute of play. Woodbridge now lead this match 1-0 on a goal in the 68th minute from Armand Wilson. Stachetti able to continue on here. Vaughan will throw it in, and in a play of good sportsmanship, give possession back to Woodbridge. The keeper, Grant, releases it to his feet and plays it out to Tariq. Apong dribbling through a crowd before he takes a shoulder to the midsection, no call, as Edwards has possession for Vaughan. His space closed down, it tracks out for a Woodbridge throw-in. Apong once again with pressure all over his back. Possession taken away, it's with Mateo Pacheco. Pacheco plays it ahead for Vaccaro. Vaccaro trying to dribble into space. His cross attempt blocked. Then the bicycle kick attempt from DeGiorgio got cleared away before he could make contact. OC has it knocked out of play. It'll be a Vaughan throw-in. Edwards. OC checks to him as an option, receives the throw, tries to cross it low to the near post, but Grant comes off his line outside the 6-yard box and collects the ball. Good goalkeeping by Cuba Grant as he slows down the pace. Strong punt, well out across half, almost into the attacking third as Stacchetti with possession. OC, his ball intended for Vaccaro, picked off. As Infante gives it away to Kelly. Kelly makes the pass ahead for Belele. Tries to open up a shooting lane with his left foot, lets the strike go, but it's wide of goal and out for a goal kick. Ianello takes it quickly, plays it out as Piatelli has it for Vaughan. His long ball picked off by Blair. He volleys it back where Alvarez and Piatelli have possession. Knocked out of play by Kelly as it'll be a Vaughan throw, and we'll get a substitution here for Vaughan Azzurri as Solomon gets set to check back into this match, and he'll be replacing Andrea Gortana. So we'll see if Joshua Solomon can provide a spark of energy and offense for the Azzurri as they're trailing 1-0 here in the 76th minute of action. We're coming to you live from the Ontario Soccer Centre Stadium. It's the Under-17 Boys 2019 Ontario Cup Finals match. Free kick called against Woodbridge, and for kicking the ball away after the whistle, they'll get a stern warning, but nothing more. Wilson just gets a talking to. Well, you can see that the hardware is set up directly across us on the red table, or the table draped with the red tablecloth. The Ontario Cup trophy and the medals for the winning and runner-up teams are out there. And of course, the teams are playing for an opportunity to play in the Toyota National Championships, which will be held later this year in PEI. So a lot at stake here in the final 15 minutes of this match. As Solomon brings it towards the penalty area, but it's cleared away by Tariq. Stacchetti back to Infante. Looks for an option out wide in Vaccaro. Check that, that's Gortana. Now Vaccaro battling for possession, but it's well retained. Nice hustle by Vaccaro to keep the ball. He plays it to the near side though, and not within the reach of Edwards. It's out for a Woodbridge throw-in. Bit of confusion from the officials as to which ball they should be using. It's all sorted out. Apong throws it in, and Belele takes possession. Feeney, with Alvarez on his back, plays it back for Wilson. Over to the far flank for Aparicio. Kelly. His initial pass blocked by Piatelli. He got it right back. It's with Wilson through Aparicio as it's back to Blair. Touched ahead for Feeney. Again, Alvarez all over him, so Feeney has to play it back. boys division. Woodbridge with a 2-1 lead at the moment. Wilson, who has scored both goals for Woodbridge, to take the corner kick. Apong checks towards him as an option. Wilson, he's probably going to draw a yellow card here for time wasting, and indeed he does. The referee will put Armand Wilson in the book for the third time today, twice for goals, but this his first caution of the match in additional time, 90+1 for time wasting. Apong checks out as Wishart Steven gives him a short option. They're clearly just going to keep it there in the corner. Edwards closes down, tries to get it back. It's out for a goal kick. Vaughan have got to hustle here to try find an equalizer. We're into the 3 additional minutes of added time here as Alvarez takes the ball from his keeper, Ianello. Vaccaro loses that aerial challenge to Calancia, but it's out for a Vaughan throw-in. Calancia once again gets ahead to it. Stoddard flicks it on, controlled by Stacchetti. Tries to feed it up the sideline, but all it does do is roll out for a Woodbridge throw-in. Wishart Steven tries to take possession, controlled now by Stoddard. Wilson plays a long ball that'll be controlled by the keeper, Ianello. Vaughan urging their keeper to push it up the pitch. Alvarez plays it long, controlled by Vaccaro. He tries to turn inside. He gets knocked down, and a free kick here for Vaughan. They're pushing everybody up, including the keeper, Ianello. He is going all the way up in the penalty area. This is the last-ditch effort here for the Azzurri, as they've sent all 10 players. Well, they've got 2 over top the ball right now, so 9 players into the penalty area. Ianello now tracks back out as he'll hold right around the midfield position, but this potentially the last play of the match. A free kick with Solomon over top the ball. Infante plays it into the corner for Solomon, tries to cross it back out front, and it's a goal kick. Solomon unable to catch it before the back line. Vaughan unable to execute on the free kick, and a wasted opportunity. Nice idea in terms of trying to get some misdirection there, but you have to execute, and Solomon was just unable to catch up to the ball. Grant plays it out. Referee checks his watch. Hasn't brought the whistle anywhere near his mouth, so time clearly still going on. Now he'll call a foul there against Pacheco, who's hopping around in disbelief, but Feeney got clipped on the back of his heel, and a free kick will come for Woodbridge. Feeney in no rush to get back to his feet as he gets stretched out by Wishart Steven. The referee trying to expedite the process here and get Feeney back into action so we can restart the play, as Vaughan have 4 players right in the thick of things here trying to tell them, let's go, let's go. Feeney back to his feet. He's going to be able to continue here for the last few minutes. Wilson to take the free kick. Chips it towards the penalty area, headed by Infante, controlled by Stacchetti. Stacchetti feeds a ball out wide for Vaccaro. Cutting back into the middle, he dishes it off for Stacchetti. Cross into the penalty area, headed away by the left back Makolta, and that'll do it! The final whistle sounds! Your 2019 Ontario Cup champions in the under-17 boys division are the Woodbridge Soccer Club. Congratulations, guys. What a great game from both teams as Woodbridge rush over to their fans and celebrate a joyous moment, a tremendous accomplishment, and a great result for Woodbridge, who will hoist the Ontario Cup in the boys under 17 division for the first time since 2016. Congratulations to the Woodbridge Soccer Club, and a great game played by both of these teams. Congratulations as well to the runners-up Vaughan and Surrey for a valiant effort here today. They nearly pulled off the comeback. They made it interesting, to say the least, down the stretch, converting on an 87th minute penalty kick to make it 2-1. But Woodbridge, led by their co-captain Armand Wilson, who scores a brace in the 68th and 79th minute, his two big goals secure victory for Woodbridge. Well, fans, thank you for tuning into this morning's match. We've still got two more great Ontario Cup finals coming up today, when at 12:30 in the under-17 girls division,